Hi, Dr. George Springer here. We're going to be talking a little bit about some of our successes. You know, we've over the series we've talked about a lot of kind of dramatic cases where people have had conditions for long periods of time and they've got some good help with what we do. You know, sometimes it's not so dramatic, as is the case of Arlene. Arlene came to me, she was 70 years old, and she wasn't feeling horrible, and she had no major kind of condition, but she just wasn't feeling good. She was tired, and she really didn't have much stamina, and she didn't have much zest for life or living. Not that she was depressed, she wasn't anxious, there was nothing major, but because her husband was getting treated here, she decided that she might go through the evaluation. And so in doing so, we found just a number of different things, nothing again major, but when added all together, those things were beginning to compromise how Arlene was feeling. So when added together, small imbalances in the body that aren't allowing your body to work from a functional type standpoint can begin to really compromise how you're feeling. And we'll sometimes chalk it up to getting older, or we're working too hard, or we're too stressed out. But the reality is that these systems can be evaluated, and these subtle imbalances can really be corrected. And in doing so, there can be a resurgence, if you will, in terms of life living and how people feel. In fact, that's what happened to Arlene. So once we did the various things we did with her digestive system, that we found that just needed some small amounts of tweaking, so to speak, and some evaluation, we also were able to see a change in her. In fact, we got a nice success story from Arlene that said that she was feeling better at 70 than she had 20 years earlier in her 50s. And that's often the case. People are surprised how much more they can get back to how they feel, and the real joy comes through when they share those stories with us. So Arlene is an example that 70 is certainly not over the hill by any stretch of the imagination. You can feel good at any age and feel better than you are if you're not feeling at the optimum level that you'd like to. So hope you come by and we can take a look and just give you a little tune-up. That's the idea.